It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Going to go to the air right away. Forced out to his left. This one left side caught by Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Herbert's throw taken in by Sutton. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Falcons. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't in the same spot. They've exchanged it. for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 25-yard line. Here's Corral on first down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3rd down, Corral. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A give up the middle, Hubbard. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Corral. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I think he tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Hubbard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? 3rd and goal. Here's Corral. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Falcons had 10-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert on 1st down now. Targeting blitz on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give to Drake running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert steps away to his left. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll go. It's Patterson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Corral will throw it. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Blesson Austin. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 31, Corral. His throw incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And Corral will throw it. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Corral with it, first down here. He's got a man, that's Marshall. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Corral. Thomas brings it in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Corral's throw complete there to Thomas. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Corral. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall from 19 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Corral throwing for it. And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Herbert now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and short, Drake. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On the play fake. Corral.
Out to his left. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On the give, this is Drake. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They'll try again with Drake. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Herbert.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5 now.
Corral. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd and 11 now, Herbert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Working with 2nd and 5 now. The slot man in motion right. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, Corral. And this is caught. He hits more. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Corral. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Corral. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Corral to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Corral. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now they'll empty out the backfield. Now Corral to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A right side run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. What a ball game this was.